greatness. You know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song, and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on,
Welcome, wrestling fan, back here to the Nation Network and more Impact Wrestling coming your way. We are hot on the heels of Hard to Kill. There's some fallout, and we're going to get into all the details when we return right after this.
Well, it's time! It's time! It's Nation time! For over 17 years, we have brought you some of the most original content anywhere. And now is your chance to join the Nation. Exclusively here on YouTube. Click that subscribe button right now. Make sure you hit the like button when you're watching the videos and hit that bell notification so you know when we go live. Make sure you follow us on Twitter as well. We are One Nation.
All right, wrestling fans, ready to kick things off with our opening contest here on Impact.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 237 pounds.
Steve Macklin heading towards the ring, and talk about a man with a date with destiny. Fallout has been following him since he decided to get involved in a match that he really had no business getting involved in to begin with.
Well, one thing we can say for sure, Steve Macklin decided one dark night that he was going to get involved in the match featuring the Knockouts, and he handed that chair into the ring to the Boricua badass herself, Tasha Steelz. Use it on the reigning Knockouts champion. One little factor that I don't think this man took into account, and that is the fact that Jordynne Grace has someone watching her back, and here he is right now.
Indeed, the husband of Jordynne Grace has made Impact his new home.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 221 pounds, Jonathan Graham.
Jonathan Gresham heading towards the ring, known as the Octopus.
Well, that's a name that he has earned over time, because he will tie you up in so many different maneuvers that you will think he has 8 arms and 8 legs.
He is a wrestler's wrestler. He's a submission specialist. Steve Macklin is nobody's fool. He knows he's in for a fight tonight. He made this personal. Macklin right away going into the free fall slam, taking him down, and now going after the arm. Macklin, look at this, tying up the Octopus, and the referee there to ask him if he wants to give up.
Highly unlikely that you're going to get Jonathan Gresham to submit, especially this early on in a match.
Let's keep in mind you're talking about a former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion in Jonathan Gresham. A lot of people think it's only a matter of time before he works his way up the ladder right here in Impact Wrestling. Could we be looking perhaps at a feud between Jonathan Gresham and the reigning world champion Josh Alexander at some point down the line?
Well, that's a match that I personally would love very much to see at some point in time, but right now he's definitely got his hands tied when it comes to this one. There'll be no easy victories on a night where he's going up against Steve Maclin, and he knows that.
Off the top rope, delivering the double stomp to the midsection. That foot might be underneath the bottom rope. Referee didn't see it. Maclin was covered, but only held down for a count of 1. Talking about Gresham's Ring of Honor career, he's been in the ring with the who's who of professional wrestling, the best of the best. It has prepared him for the move right here to Impact Wrestling. We have our own top flight talent lighting it up on a nightly basis, and now Jonathan Gresham will be a part of it.
Jonathan Gresham's going to be giving up some size in this one, not strength. I don't believe he's going to give up any strength in this particular match because he is built. But there will be a leverage. In some cases, advantage, some cases, perhaps a disadvantage.
Got a 2 count out the suplex, did Jonathan Gresham. And here's one of those holds as he stretches that hamstring out. Referee's right there to find out if he wants to give it up or not. Maclin now lifting him up. And oh, he just threw him all the way out to the floor.
Well, that's one of the advantages that I believe Steve Maclin will have in this match. He has that height advantage, and it's a substantial one. Gresham has never been the tallest man in a match, but he's definitely got a lot of other things going for him.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When you talk about credentials, skills, and abilities, he ticks a lot of boxes. Height might be the only one he doesn't. Nice go behind right there by Maclin. German suplex, and he sent him with that one. Might be enough. Hooks a leg. Maclin thinks he's got it.
Just barely coming out the back door. Took everything he had left in him, perhaps, and we'll see if Jonathan Gresham can rebound from this one.
Maclin continues to hand out the punishment. They were involved in a mixed tag team match several weeks ago. It was supposed to be Tasha Steelz. She allegedly had some sort of a backstage mishap, wasn't able to wrestle. Savannah Evans filled in for her. Once again going for the cover. And out on a count of 1. There's a drop kick to the back of the head and the neck. Oh, there's the sit out. Now hooking a leg. He cradles him up. Oh, and he just missed the victory.
Very interesting call by the referee there. I'm not so sure that those shoulders came up in time for the 3 count.
And Gresham. Tilt-a-whirl face smash. We might have to look at a replay on that last cover. There's 2 and almost.
One of the most important things for a referee to be doing is getting in position, and I'm not so sure this referee is exactly accomplishing that on a regular basis.
Well, at the same point in time, they don't want to get too close to the action that they get caught up in it. Finding that happy medium has always been the challenge, I think, for every good referee. There it is again, the sit-out bomb. Maclin hooking the leg, got 2, and he gets 3. Big win for Steve Maclin.
Well, we talked earlier about how Jonathan Gresham perhaps sees himself going up against the world champion down the line. So does Steve Maclin, and he's been on that course for many months now, and it's starting to bother him, I believe, that he hasn't had that opportunity yet.
Fans will come back. We've got the knockouts. Stay with us.
Well, it's time. It's time. It's Nation time. For over 17 years, we have brought you some of the most original content anywhere. And now is your chance to join the Nation. Exclusively here on YouTube. Click that subscribe button right now. Make sure you hit the like button when you're watching the videos and hit that bell notification so you know when we go live. Make sure you follow us on Twitter as well. We are One Nation. For over 15 years, the Nation Network has brought you the greatest wrestling action anywhere. The best of the past, the present, and the future. And now, with 2K22, we take the next step together as a nation. Oh, yeah! What you gonna do, man, when the Nation Network runs wild on you?
All right, fans, back with more action here. It'll be a fatal four-way.
Fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from the edge of reality. Weighing in at 215 pounds.
We take a look at Delirious as he heads into the ring. Another longtime standing member of the Ring of Honor, now making his home here in Impact Wrestling. Delirious already has several matches under his belt here as we take a look at Zicky Dice.
Florida, weighing in at 268 pounds.
One half of the Swingers. Just Swing It. We haven't seen Zicky Dice in singles competition in quite some time, and when you've been doing a lot of tag team wrestling and all of a sudden you're thrown back into singles matches, it can definitely have an effect on you. He's a very well-traveled journeyman here in the world of professional wrestling, and I'm sure he's be up to the challenge. Here comes newcomer to Impact Wrestling.
Weighing in at 242 pounds.
Yuya Uemura coming down the ring. Of course, he is a New Japan All-Star. Now taking time out to spend some time with us here at Impact Wrestling. Talk about top talent. This is one of them. This young man able to get it done against anybody in the world of professional wrestling. Yeah, you don't manage to get through life in New Japan Pro Wrestling unless you have the abilities and the talent to go up against those names, the Will Ospreys of the world, if you would. Kentas Kobashis, so many other big names. the different style than a lot of people here in America are used to seeing as well. That's why a lot of our talent will fly over and spend time, lots of time in Japan, because they want to adapt to that other style. They want to learn things, and then they can bring them back here to their native land and perhaps gain an advantage. And one of the newest members to the Impact roster on a full-time basis now, Frankie Kazarian has signed to make it official. He is with Impact Wrestling.
Always great to see him back here. This is the place he belongs.
251 pounds.
Couldn't agree with you more. Frankie Kazarian, Impact Wrestling is your home. You see the other wrestlers milling about outside the ring. Momentarily, they'll all be inside that squared circle. The bell's going to ring. First man to score a pinfall or submission will be the winner of the match here tonight.
Well, one thing we know from history, when you win a fatal four-way in Impact, number one to get in, you have to be considered one of the top talents. And if you win, that automatically puts you into a title picture somewhere down the line.
Double boomers right there. Zicky Dice going for the first cover of the night in this matchup. And he's got Kazarian in trouble. Very interesting matchup on the other side with Yuya going up against Delirious. Talk about styles. Oh, what a move right there by Delirious, and he caught him with that spinning back kick. Zicky Dice was there to make the save. Don't think it was necessary. Look at that German suplex. Almost dumped him on top of Frankie Kazarian.
That could have been a really, really bad situation there for both men.
Yuya comes around. Good ring awareness. Understood the referee was calling. Had to break it up. No friends in this one, only enemies. But you might have an unlikely ally if you find yourself being pinned. What a tremendous move right there by Delirious and Zicky Dice. Delirious took his eyes off of his target. Wasn't there when he came crashing down. And now Zicky Dice has got Frankie Kazarian. Held him up too long. And Kazarian came out the back. Now tying up with Delirious.
Yuya's come back into the match, and look at this. Zicky Dice wasn't paying attention. That is a traditional mistake. You don't want to make that when you're a guy like Zicky Dice. You should know better.
Indeed. Well-versed, seasoned veteran. And even then, still able to make mistakes. Look at this matchup. Kazarian and Yuya. You gotta love this one. Kazarian going out to the middle rope. Yumura's in trouble, holding on to that knee. I'm not sure if he realizes where Frankie Kazarian is.
Well, if he didn't before, he knows where he is now. He came off that middle turnbuckle with the double sledgehammer right across the back of the shoulder blades, and now turns his attention to Zicky Dice.
And now it is Delirious getting in on Zicky Dice. All four men taking shots at one another. Kazarian just got caught. Fall away slam. And Delirious taking some damage right now at the hands of Yuya Uemura.
Nice leg drive right there, and now stretching out the arm, and Delirious trying to soften up his opponent. Now turning his attention to the other man in the ring.
The outlandish one, Zicky Dice. Oh, look at this. Talk about the octopus. He's got him tied up. Zicky Dice holding his neck, and understandably after all that. Delirious now tying up with Frankie Kazarian. And a DDT for Zicky Dice.
Well, once again, Zicky Dice wasn't paying attention the way he should have been.
You cannot take your eyes off of men in this match. There's already 3 opponents. All 3 of them could be the one who would put you down and put you out of this matchup. You have to be paying attention. Yeah, we talk about ring awareness. Probably never going to be bigger than in a fatal 4-way or a triple threat match. Whenever you have additional members, all there with one common goal, no friends whatsoever, you have to have the most unbelievable ring awareness. Delirious right now. Nice slam. Variation of the Spicoli driver. Oh boy, he just drove him headfirst into the mat. Nobody to make the save. And Delirious gets the win. I've got to tell you, if you would have asked me at the beginning of this match, who do you think is going to win? The last name I would have probably come up with is Delirious. Might have been, but guess what? He found a way to get it done.
Here is your winner.
Delirious with a huge victory here on Impact, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty more action still to come, as we promised. Our main event later tonight features one half of the Motor City Machine Guns. You won't want to miss that one. Alex Shelley in action here tonight.
Now streaming on the Nation Network, PWI Review and Relive, where along with a panel of experts, we take a deep dive into random issues of some of the most recognizable wrestling magazines in history, where contestants go head-to-head and compete in wrestling knowledge to see who will go on to be the reigning champion. Now streaming on Twitch 2. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Nation Network.
Your winner and new World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion.
Join us for Classic Calls, the live stream that captures the feel of the old days of professional wrestling. With the power of the classic board game Superstar Pro Wrestling, we bring the legends back to life as only we can.
Distracting the referee Valentine. Oh, low blow.
Names like Flair, Funk, Rhodes, Hogan, Snuka, Piper, and many others will rise to glory once again on the only channel that can contain the action, the Nation Network.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an upset.
Look for it on Saturday evenings at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time.
This is the 3-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the Nation Network. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like, and that is inevitable.
All right, fans, let's get back to the action. It's going to be the Knockouts division.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Impact Women's Tag Team Champions.
Going by the name of Epic Force, the most unlikely teaming came together a few weeks ago out of necessity. Well, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo was in a tag team with her longtime friend and tag team partner Chelsea Green. Chelsea decided to leave Impact Wrestling. When they lost those tag team titles, Purrazzo had a return match. Shocked the world when she brought out Masha Slamovich as her tag team partner, but they have been a dominant force ever since. Indeed, all the way back to the Knockouts Tag Team Championship, and now tonight, representing the Realm. Former tag team champions, they are looking to get those belts back as soon as possible. This is a non-title return match, but you know those titles are going to be on the line in the very near future. Taya Valkyrie with Rosemary getting
And
ready.
your opponents.
As they both make their way down the aisle, Rosemary doesn't seem to be put together all that well. Few loose screws up there, you might think.
Well, the old saying, don't judge a book by looking at the cover. She might be crazy, but she makes crazy work pretty well for her in the ring. Whenever the Realm's in action, you know something is going to go down. Bell sounds, and here we go. Look at this. Purrazzo trying to get herself disqualified.
Well, that would be one way of getting out of the match without taking too much damage at all.
Right on top of that was Rosemary. She saw what was happening, wasn't going to have any part of it. Titles might not be on the line, but believe me when I tell you, Rosemary will not settle for anything less than a victory here tonight. Tag is made, and here comes Taya Valkyrie. Has her up in the air. Oh, what a move by Valkyrie. Corkscrew suplex, shoulders are down. And the Virtuosa way in the wrong corner right now, so far away from her tag team partner and not where she wants to be. Look at this, springboard action. Nice move by Taya. Makes the tag. And now Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie working together. Double team off the ropes into a double hip toss, takes her down. Running elbow drop. Oh, that sling blade by Rosemary. Follows it up with a drop kick to the... What's going on here? Holy... That's Allison Kay. And from behind... Allison Kay, one half of a team known as the Hex.
Along with Marty Bell, but what is she doing here?
Well, she just got the full attention of Rosemary, who goes over the top rope. Slamovich now in the ring, and Rosemary slowly stirring on the floor. Still looking, oh! She was still looking up the ramp. What in the world? Why is Allison Kay getting involved in this one?
Well, the distraction is definitely taking its toll, and Rosemary right now has to figure a way to make the tag.
Slowly getting back up, and now Rosemary heading over. Look at this, Slamovich there to meet her. Series of rights and lefts here ringside, and a nice drop kick by Rosemary, the leader of the Realm. Slamovich blocking that one and makes it look easy.
Those weren't just knee lifts either. She was driving them into the ribcage of Rosemary, lifting her off the canvas with each one.
Rosemary trying to get back to her corner, and the Virtuosa is not going to allow it to happen. Deonna Purrazzo right now is in control, and she knows it. To the apron she goes, and now Purrazzo with a series of shots. Drop kick, and Rosemary all the way down and landing on the concrete. Yeah, there's no give in that floor surface. There's a very thin padding out there that will do absolutely nothing for you. Working the arm now into a hammerlock. Springboard again, and she caught her. Rosemary has got to make the tag. Slamovich sends her over to the apron once again. Oh, look at this! Purrazzo with a cheap shot. Deonna Purrazzo, and this is why they are the Knockouts Tag Team Champions. They work so well together. Who would have thought it? That brute force of the Russian. Slamovich back into the ring. And now rolls up. Oh, super kick right to the mouth. And Rosemary finally tagging out. Well, Taya Valkyrie definitely has an opinion, and she wants to share it with Masha Slamovich. What a move by Taya Valkyrie this time. Slamovich now the one trying to make it back to her own corner and having trouble. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, gets one. Gets almost had two. Went for the senton, nobody home. Caught the boot. Swing and a miss. Oh, back heel kick. Well, noticeable by her absence here at this one, and I'm surprised she's not ringside, would be reckoning. You almost have to wonder if that has anything to do with the appearance of Allison Kay. You know what? I didn't even consider that as a possibility, but I suppose we really need to consider everything right now. 1.5 count. Taya Valkyrie able to kick out. She might want to make the tag herself, but I think she realizes that Rosemary has taken on so much punishment in this match. Taya Valkyrie very happy with the way things going right now, as she should be. See if she can keep that momentum working for her. Off the ropes. Oh, she caught her. The champ is down. And just barely kicks out. Hear this crowd calling for tag team wrestling, and they're getting it. Snapmare now by the Virtuosa, hits the ropes, back out front, boot to the face. And Taya Valkyrie went for the drop kick, missed altogether. That's only going to make things much easier for the Virtuosa going after the arm. We know why. It's pulling back on it now. Deonna Purrazzo trying to soften it up. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. Save made by Rosemary, way too close to their corner. Yeah, you definitely want to have better strategy in mind if you're going to try something like that. Make sure that she's already on your half of the ring. That's why tag team wrestling requires that. of the successful teams. That's how it works. And now Taya Valkyrie going up to the top rope. Let's see what she's got in mind. Frog splash. Will there be a win? Oh, Purrazzo barely kicks out. Nice cradle rolls through into a bridge. Taya Valkyrie now pulling up on everything she's got. See Rosemary back up on the apron. There's the roll through and a kick right to the face. Valkyrie's in position. Oh, that's it. Virtuosa's out. She escapes.
I have no idea how she was able to kick out of that one. I thought for sure this was over.
Deonna Purrazzo, a former two-time women's champion. And you don't become the champ unless you know how to finish off a match and unless you are able to withstand punishment during one. Tag made now. Here comes the brute force that is Masha Slamovich.
Well, she comes in, goes straight for the pinfall. We'll see if that's a good idea or not. 2 3/4 count.
Valkyrie swing and a miss. Look at this. Looked like Slamovich was going to put her away. Tremendous action here in the Knockouts tag team matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And now look at this. Slamovich from a top mount hammering away on Rosemary.
She's definitely dazed right now. She's in a whole world of trouble.
Package pile driver, that's it. Goes for the cover, gets 1, 2, and it's over. Our Knockouts Tag Team Champions with another big win over the former champions. As we take a look back at the replay of some of the action we saw during this one.
Well, I think we have to address the elephant in the room and ask the question, if Allison Kay hadn't come to ringside and distracted Rosemary, would this match have turned out the way it did? That led to a good 3-minute beatdown of Rosemary.
I want to know why Allison Kay was here to begin with, and I want to know where's Reckoning.
We'll be back with more action right after this.
When you want wrestling that makes an impact, join us here on the Nation Network. The best of the past, the present, and the future. Impact Wrestling like you've never seen it before, exclusively on the Nation Network.
Oh yes, Danhausen here. Very nice, very evil, very famous. You are watching the channel that is very nice and very evil. The Nation Network. Isn't that good? Yes, it's true. If you're not watching the Nation Network housing, you are... Wait for it. Wait for it. Cursed.
Now streaming on the Nation Network, PWI Review and Relive, where along with a panel of experts, we take a deep dive into random issues of some of the most recognizable wrestling magazines in history, where contestants go head-to-head and compete in wrestling knowledge to see who will go on to be the reigning champion. Now streaming on Twitch too. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Nation Network.
All right, wrestling fans, ready for more knockouts.
One fall, making her way to the ring from Newark, New Jersey, Tama Steele.
Known as the Boricua Badass, Tasha Steelz, former Knockouts champion, looking to get that title back around her waist.
Well, we mentioned earlier on tonight in our opening contest, just recently, only 2 weeks ago, these two met for that title. Steelz took a steel chair, used it to her advantage, got herself disqualified, but how much damage was done to the champion in that match?
Indeed, and then the next week there was supposed to be a mixed tag team match. It was supposed to be Tasha Steelz and Steve Maclin, but Tasha Steelz stepped out. Avoided the conflict, but tonight there's nowhere to hide from
Austin,
Jordynne
Texas,
Grace.
the Impact Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace.
Jordynne Grace is the reigning Knockouts champion. A lot of people have tried to dethrone her, including at Hard to Kill, Mickie James. It was the last rodeo.
It was a hell of a match, too, and it really looked like Mickie James was going to find a way to pull it out, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't meant to be.
Effectively ending the career of Mickie James. We wish her very well in her future endeavors, and we are greatly appreciative of her time here in Impact Wrestling, as Jordynne Grace now has to look on to the next thing. When you're the champion, you don't have a lot of downtime to think about things. Great move right there, and goes for the quick cover.
Well, to your point, when you're the champion, you have a full dance card on a regular basis, and everybody, and I mean everybody in that locker room, has you in their sights.
And that's Jordynne Grace having a way on her. You know this is not going to be a catch-as-catch-can style of match. Jordynne Grace is going to want to do some damage to her after that steel chair. Look at this shoulder tackle now. Jordynne Grace like a freight train. Oh my goodness, she's looking down on her with pity. Oh, the senton! And now Grace hooks the leg. Will that be enough? Nope, still too early in the match.
Well, it is definitely a little bit early in the match, but Jordynne Grace has the power and the strength advantage over Tasha Steelz in a way that it's not even close.
Second time we've seen her use that move right there. Getting her back in line. And I mean her back is in her lower lumbar. Oh, look at that. Nice move by Tasha Steelz. Follows up with an elbow to the small of the back. And we talked about it earlier, the steel chair attack. We brought you the highlights of that. We wonder if there's going to be after effects besides the rage.
Well, you can't be at 100% if somebody just beat you down with a steel chair recently. So I don't know that Jordynne Grace could be 100%. That said, Tasha Steelz hasn't been able to take advantage of her if there is an advantage to be had right now.
Back and forth, the battle now raging. Oh, what a nice move by Tasha Steelz. The champion looked a little dazed. We talk about the lingering after effects of a steel chair attack like the one suffered by Jordynne Grace. And while the doctors cleared her saying she does not have a concussion, that was still a violent hit to the head. There has to be some ramifications. Oh my goodness, that clothesline almost turned her inside out.
Spun her around in midair, and I can tell you, oh, what a move right there. Perfectly executed.
The Boricua Badass on the top rope. The knees come up. She was going for the finish. Steelz driving her back to the mat. The champion in trouble. Tasha Steelz going to try and steal one here. Can't hold her down. Only a 1 count. Jordynne Grace not going down easily. What a nice move right there. Up kick by the champion. Steels goes up. What goes up must come down. In the corner, this battle rages on. Nice move right there by the champion, and Jordynne Grace is back in control. Another shoulder tackle. Grace has got her. Here it is. Fall from Grace. Connects. Shoulders are down. And it's another win for Jordynne Grace. Well, that's a very big victory and a little bit of retribution, to say the least. Will that be enough to satisfy her? Will that quench the thirst after the attack that she was on the receiving end of? Time will tell, but I have a funny feeling we haven't heard the end of this. Fans, when we come back, our main event. Stay with us.
Now airing exclusively on the Nation Network, Wrestle Chat. Mandy Rose being fired. All the news of the day in the world of professional wrestling.
You know, the big news that came out today is about Mandy Rose, of course. Have you actually seen the video?
The show where you can actually interact live.
And yeah, she's naked, her boobs are there, but the water does distort.
Your questions, your thoughts, even your answers.
The European Championship.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Vince is doing what's best for him, not necessarily what's best for the company. Guys, this is a WWE. We are not talking about Walt Disney World.
Whether it's the news of the day,
Because all he's going to do is hand over the keys to the kingdom.
collecting, or anything to do with professional wrestling. You'll find it all right here on the Nation Network on Wrestle Chat.
Nation Network! What's going on? Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you guys are crushing it. I want to send you a big congratulations on the 2,000 subscribers. 2K22 is unbelievable, and I love that everybody's kind of jumping on board here and realizing how great the content that you're putting out is. So for the community, a big thank you for being part of the Nation Network, and you guys are just getting started. Woo! Keep it going.
All right, fans, time for the main event of the evening. One half of the Bullet Club.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 221 pounds, Ace Austin.
Well, there's definitely been some friction between these two tag teams, and tonight they're going to break down into singles competition. We're going to see Ace Austin going one-on-one with Alex Shelley. It's going to be an extraordinary match. There's no doubt in my mind. Both of these guys know how to take it to the limit. The inevitable one, Ace Austin. It's only a matter of time before those two teams step inside the squared circle and the tag team titles will be on the line, but that night isn't tonight. So instead, a little bit of an appetizer. Appetizer or appetizer, either way you look at it. Two of the most unbelievably talented men in professional wrestling today are about to lock up. This should be a main event in any building in America.
Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 230 pounds, one half of the Impact World Tag Team Champions, Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley heading up into the ring. Alex Shelley has made the Impact ring his home for most of his career. He's one of the originators. He has been around since the days of TNA. Multi-time tag team champion here. X Division champion, has done it all. Referee calls for the bell, and here we go. Action underway. Hold on just a moment. Chris Bay coming down to ringside. In the corner. Well, I thought the idea was it's supposed to be 1 against 1 here tonight.
Well, technically it is 1 against 1. Chris Bay is at ringside. He hasn't actually done anything, but it's definitely a distraction, I would have to believe.
The inevitable one, Ace Austin. Sending him to the ropes. Nice drop down, perfectly times that. Comes up and they collide. Not sure what he had in mind there, but if the timing isn't right, that's what'll happen. Look at the rights and the lefts, finding a target. Spanish fly. Shoulders down. Alex Shelley's in trouble, and he almost got beat.
Yeah, that would have been a big loss right there for Alex Shelley, and very quick time as well.
Ace Austin, nice roll up, shoulders down. He asked him to bring it, and now he's doing just that. And Alex Shelley with a cross-knee backbreaker. Austin has his shoulders down again.
Well, early on, this match has been completely in favor of Ace Austin, but you have to say the arrival of Chris Bay ringside has definitely drawn the attention and the focus away from the match when you're Alex Shelley.
You gotta know exactly where he's at. You cannot take your eyes off of him. We say he hasn't gotten involved in the match yet. What a move! I don't think Shelley's gonna get up from that one.
Well, he didn't get up, but he managed to kick out, and that right now is just about as much impressive as anything.
Springboard, and nobody home. And now Alex Shelley, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, firing back. Look at this, he got caught. Ace Austin now is on the top rope. Has him locked in his sights. Nice arm drag. Wow, what a move off the top rope. That centrifugal force almost separating the shoulder from the body. And now Shelley battling back here. He's got the momentum. Using that top rope as a weapon. Choking him out with it.
Well, technically, he has a 5 count to get out of there. Now look at this.
Northern Light suplex by Alex Shelley gets a 1 count. And all of a sudden, the tide turning here. It is Ace Austin trying to figure it out. Wow, nice move by Ace Austin. The shoulders are down. There's 1. There's 2. Almost got him. Comes up with that spinning savant kick.
Well, Ace Austin definitely has him in the position to put this one away if he wants to.
Oh, Alex Shelley gonna turn lung blower. And just barely kicking out. Ace Austin is in trouble. Step up kick, perfectly executed right there. Ace Austin waiting for the moment. Will this be the moment? Shelley hit with the fold. Shoulders down. And it's a win for Ace Austin and the Bullet Club over Alex Shelley in our main event.
Well, much like the last match, when you have somebody coming down to ringside
it can be distracting, and I believe that's exactly what happened in this one. It took Alex Shelley's attention and focus away from the man he's in the ring with, and that's the problem. You have to have 100% focus on the man in the ring.
Well, fans, I tell you what, it was a tremendous matchup as we take a look back at some of the replay of the action. Definitely haven't heard the last of this, especially with these two. Want to thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network for more Impact Wrestling. Stay with us. We'll be back with plenty more action in the near future. Until then, so long.